Morning and welcome to JoyNews Interactive with me, Mapisa CBD, coming to you live from digital address GA0993549 Kokomemle, Accra, on DSTV channel 421, GoTV, we are channel 144, on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, we are JoyNews on TV. Now, Kofi Annan, the 7th Secretary General of the United Nations, served from 1997 to 2006 and was the first to emerge from the ranks of the United Nations staff. He's been laid in state at the Accra International Conference Center. Let's join Maxwell Agbugba. Maxwell, good morning. Can you give us the latest updates from the conference center? Good morning, Maxwell. Maxwell, if you can hear me, can you give us the updates at the Accra International Conference Center? All right, so we'll try to get Maxwell Agbugba later there. But one of Mr. Annan's main priorities as Secretary General was a comprehensive program of reform aimed at revitalizing the United Nations and making the international system more effective. Speaking at the School World Forum, he narrates some of the lessons he learned in the UN.
So what have I learned from my time at the United Nations? First, every new idea and initiative meets with resistance. It was perhaps no surprise that there were reluctance and resistance to some of the changes that I've discussed here from member states. But on occasion, the resistance could come from my own staff, aware of the challenges we face and eager to protect me from criticism and disappointment. Who would you try to discourage, and whom would you encourage to move forward? And in bureaucracies, you have to be careful. When it comes to change, it is remarkable the restraints bureaucrats can put on themselves. This will never work. It's never been done before. The governments will never accept it. The board will never agree. And my response always was, let's try, let's test it, let's push the envelope. You never know. And we have to be prepared to find the courage to take risks, even to fail, if the goal is worthwhile. And we must also remember that when you're pushing change and reform, it takes time. Reform takes time. I recall when I first launched the reform at the UN, after 16 weeks, somebody managed to get a piece in the New York Times that I had not reformed the UN. And that day I was having lunch with the Security Council, and I apologized to the council members for my failure to reform the United Nations in 6 weeks flat. And Sergei Lavrov, who is today the Russian foreign minister, who was then the Russian ambassador, looked up and said, Mr. Secretary General, what are you complaining about? You've had more time than God had to create the world. And so I looked at him and said, I agree, Mr. Ambassador, but God had a unique advantage. He worked alone. And without the Security Council.
All right, so let's head back to the Accra International Conference Center with Maxwell Agbugba on that beat. Maxwell, good morning.
What would you say about Kofi Annan?
Well, the fact that he is from Ghana and he was a global icon, I mean, makes me feel happy. to be here to also come and pay my last respect. We all look up to him, and as young people, we are all aspiring to be able to shine not only within our country, but to also shine out there within the globe, so that the world will know what Ghana has for it. We hope to be able to do so with all humility and with all service to humanity, because these are some of the things that I believe he stood up for. One thing that I'm not too happy about is that our culture, in our culture, when you're talking about filing past a dead person, what happens is that you want people to have the opportunity to view the body. But this is covered. I mean, this is so foreign. I know it isn't everybody who is comfortable viewing a dead body, so those who cannot view, it's fine. But there are so many people who have heard about him, they know him from far away. This is the only time they want to see the person, and so they should open the casket and let people view the body. I think that is what we know as our culture. Covering it is not part of our culture.
When you talk about covering the casket, are you saying that you were not able to see?
No, it's all covered. You can't see the person's face, and it's all covered. And so people want to see him for the last time. People haven't had the opportunity to. They saw him on TV, heard him talking and all that. But this is the last time. If they are paying their last respect, they shouldn't bring the foreign practice here where the bodies are covered. Open the casket and let Ghanaians who want to file past actually see the body. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you just heard from Professor Jampo of the University of Ghana, Legon. Well, he would have to attend to other matters quickly, but clearly you hear from him. He's not too happy because he says he came here to see the body, but it looks like the casket itself is covered and they really have to go around, the casket. But what you can see right now, we still have a section of a section of Ghanaians going in there to pay their last respect. We'll try and see if we can speak to some of them and find out from them what would be their fondest memories of the man. Let me try and see if I can. Oh, okay, United Nations. Sir, can we talk to you briefly? You are with the Federation of United Nations Staff Association. Yeah. How well do you know Kofi Annan?
Okay, I know Kofi Annan since he was elected, but at that time I wasn't at UNDP. I joined UNDP in 2013, but he was a very good man. We heard a lot about Kofi Annan. When I joined UNDP I went to see the good work he came to do to help the mother Ghana.
He dedicated his entire life to the United Nations. We are told that he only had a short stint as the director of tourism here in Ghana, and the rest, was for the United Nations, where he started as a budget officer with the World Health Organization in, Geneva. Now, tell us what inspiration does that give you? What motivation does that give you as a worker? Also working with the UN. You know that definitely you can also rise to the top one day.
So far, even me as the Secretary General, it's a very highly position. So even with that position, it covers all we Ghanaians. So that's the short, a little that I know of Kofi Annan. So I don't know much.
Once a big thank you for talking to us. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mapito, today is actually, open to Ghanaians, to walk in and then come and file past the body. But of course, we've seen some notable faces here. We've seen Bright Akwete, we've seen Professor Campo, we've seen quite a number of people also coming to pay, their last respect. But remember, that is not going to be possible tomorrow. Tomorrow is for heads of recognized bodies. We are also going to have some head of foreign delegations also, coming in to pay their last respect. But here in the foyer, we have some media people also strategically, positioned with their cameras. People here making sure that there's order here will not allow us to get closer, with our cameras, but just to paint a picture of what is happening in there. We have the two families seated on both sides of where the casket is placed on the catafalque. The catafalque it's covered with red and black cloth. Ghana flag, red, gold, black star in the middle. This is going to continue from 10 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. So after 4 o'clock p.m., the gates of the Accra International Conference Center will be closed. You'll not be able to come in here to pay your final respects. Tomorrow is going to continue, and then of course on Tuesday we'll have the burial service, and that will be subsequently, and that will be followed with the final, the interment at the Osu, at the Bema Camp Military Cemetery, I should say. The Bema Camp Military Cemetery is a new military cemetery with the Vice President.
Maxwell Agbagbara there at the Accra International Conference Center. You'd want to pass by to pay your last respects to the late Kofi Annan. You can also stay tuned to your JoyNews channel, DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144 for all the latest update. Now, Kofi Annan has been mistaken for actor Morgan Freeman. Recently, a Zimbabwe news outlet posted a picture of Morgan Freeman with the caption, "Rest in peace, Kofi Annan." People on Twitter posted, "Rest in peace, Kofi Annan, you were a great actor." But on your screens right now should be the pictures of Morgan Freeman and Kofi Annan side by side. Honestly, one could easily mistake one for the other. And as you can see there, it's Morgan Freeman and Kofi Annan. Speaking about how Kofi Annan resembles Morgan Freeman, how important is an autograph? While fans of celebrities, actors and entertainers would not pass an opportunity to get an autograph from their favorite artist, it means the world to some of these fans actually. Well, how about if you're mistaken for an entertainer and asked to sign an autograph by a fan? You're obliged or you're not? But listen to the late UN Secretary General Kofi Annan on his experience with a fan of American actor Morgan Freeman who mistook him for the actor.
The director of the forum met me and gave me this and said, "This is yours, but you don't have to wear it." Implying everybody will know you. You have to be careful because let me tell you a story. When I stepped down as Secretary General, I realized how tired I was, and so my wife Nan and I decided we're going to take about 3 months off. We borrowed a friend's house in the Como region in Italy, and I decided we didn't want television, radio, or newspaper. After 6 weeks of this, I had become very bored. So I said, let's go and get a newspaper. We walked into a shop, and within seconds, a group of men standing at the right-hand corner were staring at us, and one of them broke away and made his way towards us. I turned to Nan and said, "Gosh, we have 6 weeks to go, and we have already blown our cover. How are we going to manage the village?" By then, the man was on top of me, and he put out his hand and said, "Morgan Freeman." "May I have an autograph?" And I said, "Sure." So I signed Craig Freeman. He was very happy, trotted off. And we were also very happy we could continue our holidays incognito.
Kofi Annan there on resembling the actor Morgan Freeman. But now let's check him out on Sesame Street.
No. I believe it's my turn.
No, Telly, I think it's my turn. What about me? I'd like to try.
No, me.
Elmo, it's Elmo's turn. No, Elmo, it's my turn.
Is there a problem I can help you with?
Well, that depends. Who are you?
My name is Kofi Annan. I'm the Secretary General of the United Nations.
Oh, well, Elmo is Elmo, and this is Lulu, and that's Rosita, and this is Zoe, and that's Grover, and that's Telly.
Hello.
We are the general monsters of Sesame Street.
Yeah, you got that right.
And what is the problem?
Well, Elmo wants to sing the alphabet, Mr. Annan.
But he always sings it. I want to sing it.
I believe that you sang it last time, Zoe. I really think that it's my turn.
No, it's my turn.
No. I should sing it because I am so cute.
What about me? I'd like to try.
Wait a minute. You have no problem.
No?
No? Why don't you sing it all together? Let's sing the alphabet all together.
Together?
Together.
Okay.
That's so crazy. It might just work. Let's try it.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now we've sung our ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Perfect.
I'm so happy. Singing together was the best thing to do. I want to give you a big hug and a big kiss. That is a great idea, Rosita. I will go first. No.
Me, I will go first.
Wait a minute. Why don't we solve this problem the United Nations way, together?
Thank you. I love her.
Doesn't that just warm your heart? But let's go to Twitter, and we've got @some_1 who says, been watching a lot of Kofi Annan's videos. The way the man answered questions is God mode. There are times I actually felt like they gave him the questions and he had the answers before coming. Smart man and a man of peace. I need to master that art. Okay, so that's from @some_1. All right, so let's go to our Facebook page, JoyNews on TV, and let's see what you have been saying. This one is from @Agnes, who says, RIP, and may your good works follow you. From Pa Ghani, who says, it is not only Ghana that has lost a great leader, but the whole of Africa. Rest in peace. Anthony Kabir says, Ghana has lost a great leader. And @Bright Kwame says, may the soul of the world peacemaker rest in absolute peace. This one is from @Bio Jeremiah, who says, rest in peace with your maker, Grandpa. We will never remember you because we can never forget you. You served the world well. And @Andy C, who says, Ghana has lost a great person. May his soul rest in paradise. From Kwesi Joseph, and it's may his soul rest in peace, son of Africa. @Nanako Jimangapia says, Kofi Annan humility has won my heart, of which I'm going to name my child after him. Let's take a Facebook comment from Grant Morrison. He says, very genuine man. And Haruna says, may he rest in peace. Kwesi Bodom says, good work. @Richard Amu says, good night, you will be remembered. And @Abbas Damba says, great icon. Kwabana Dako says, he has been an inspiration to me as a person. His life tells me a story of possibility. Bayo Jeremiah says, rest in peace, Grandpa, you served the world well. And Agnes says, may his soul rest in peace. And Emmanuel says, a great loss. And this one is from Dako, who says, a very learned but respectful man. The world has lost a very intelligent man. Rest in the bosom of the Lord Almighty. All right, let's head back to the Accra International Conference Center with Maxwell Agbagba.
So that this is a Ghanaian affair. We have seen this funeral go beyond the family. This is a state funeral that we are having for Mr. Kofi Annan, and the planning committee has taken the decision that we should drape the casket of His Excellency Mr. Kofi Annan in the national colors, our national flag, to symbolize to the world that we claim this funeral, we own it, and that we are proud of our distinguished and renowned international diplomat, Mr. Kofi Annan. And personally, that decision has my endorsement. I think that we should encourage it when such important persons pass out. The state Ghana should lead the effort, and the world must be told this is a fine way to put Ghana again on the map. This is no longer, to a certain extent, about Mr. Kofi Annan. Now it is about Ghana. Okay. And what we see out there is a Ghanaian spirit, and that is what we want to communicate.
But some people we spoke to are quite disappointed because they came from very far places with the hope of paying their final respect, meaning they're viewing the body and paying their last respect. They are raising questions. They say traditionally that is not how it is now.
No, I am not aware of any traditional injunctions against this. And I just said to a few of my colleagues that I have attended a lot of funerals, traditional funerals, that we have had to do this.
Maxwell Agbagba there. Now let's look at our Ghana trends for today. This is the first one. Okay, second one is Accra Mall. The third one is Kofi Annan with 5,625 tweets. We've got hashtag #JoySMS. We've got Africa, and we've got Ghana with 25,000 tweets. We've got China, and we've got hashtag never forget. You can tweet us at JoyNews on TV or go to any of our posts on our Facebook page. We're at JoyNews on TV. That will be all from me and myself, Mapito CBD, and the JoyNews interactive team. It's been a wonderful, wonderful edition. Stay blessed.